Thank you for joining us for Travel Basics. Get ready for your international adventure with confidence. This session walks you through what to expect before you go, when you arrive, and as you adjust to life abroad. We'll explore 3 key phases: pre-departure, documents, packing, flights, and communication plans. Arrival, navigating customs, transportation, and your first 24 hours. Adjustment, settling in, cultural tips, and staying connected with support. Let's get started with passports. New passport or renewal. If your passport is nearing expiration or was issued when you were under 16, you may need to renew rather than update. Lost or stolen passport. You'll need to fill out Form DS-64 and schedule an in-person appointment at a passport agency. Already applied. You can check your status at travel.st.te.gov. Passport status. Pro tip: make 2 copies of your passport, 1 digital and 1 paper. Leave one with someone you trust in the U.S.
Leave one with someone you trust in the U.S. Let's talk about visas. Do I need one? Visa requirements depend on your citizenship, destination country, program type, and duration. Some programs, especially in Europe under 90 days, may not require a visa, but you still must meet entry requirements. National versus student visa? Some countries, like Spain or France, have different visa types. Start early so you can get the right one. Visa appointments fill up fast. You may need to travel to a consulate in another city, e.g. San Francisco, LA. Some consulates require proof of housing, financial documentation, flight itinerary, in-person biometric data. Fun fact: some countries won't let you in if your passport has fewer than 2 blank pages. So, to recap, if your passport is expiring soon, or if it was issued when you were under 16, you'll need to apply for a renewal, not just an update. Most countries require at least 6 months of validity beyond your return date, so don't cut it close. Lost or stolen passport? If your passport goes missing, don't panic. You'll need to fill out Form DS-64 to report it lost or stolen. Schedule an in-person appointment at a passport agency. Bring proof of ID, a passport photo, and your travel plans. Have you already applied? If so, you can check the status of your passport application at www.travel.state.gov/passport status. Let's talk about insurance and health prep, 2 things you don't want to think about after something goes wrong. First, insurance. Most education abroad programs at PSU provide or require travel health insurance. It's important to check your program materials so you know which applies to you. Once you confirm your coverage, take a few minutes to understand what's included, especially things like emergency care, mental health services, and prescription medications. You'll want to keep your insurance card on you, along with any emergency contact numbers they provide. Now, health prep. Before you leave, visit a travel clinic. They can tell you if you need vaccines or preventative meds based on where you're going. If you take prescriptions, bring enough to last your entire time abroad, and keep them in original packaging. Traveling with controlled substances? Bring a doctor's note. Bonus tip: save your insurance info digitally and on paper, and know your host country's emergency number.
Now on to the fun stuff. Let's talk about booking your flight, timing, and why strategy matters. First, don't rush to buy your ticket. Wait until your program dates are finalized, and if needed, until your visa is confirmed. You don't want to book a flight only to find out your visa won't be ready in time. For finding the best flight, try tools like Google Flights, Skyscanner, and Studentuniverse, which compare prices across airlines. Before purchasing, check the baggage policy. Budget airlines may charge extra for carry-ons. Also, build in extra time for layovers, especially if you're going through customs or changing terminals. Missing a connection is not the adventure you want on day 1. Pro tip: after booking, screenshot your itinerary and save it offline. That way, even if you can't access Wi-Fi or email, you'll still have the details handy. Let's talk about your luggage, specifically, what not to do and how to make sure your stuff gets where it's supposed to go. First, avoid shipping items ahead of time to your destination. While it might seem convenient, customs delays and unexpected fees can really mess things up. Items can arrive late, or not at all. and you could end up spending more time and money than if you had just packed it in your suitcase. Now, when it comes to checked bags, a little prep goes a long way. Make sure to weigh your luggage before you get to the airport to avoid those hefty overweight fees. And always tag your bags inside and out with your name and your destination address, just in case the outside tag gets lost or damaged. A lot of students are also using air tags or luggage trackers these days. They're super helpful if your bag goes missing or gets rerouted. Fun fact, airlines lose about 7 bags per 1,000 passengers, so the best rule is to pack valuables, medication, and essentials in your carry-on, just in case.
When it comes to packing, the key is to be practical and prepared for anything. Start by packing for layers and weather changes. Even in warm climates, evenings can be chilly or unexpected rain might roll in. Think light jackets, scarves, and clothes you can mix and match. For your carry-on, make sure you've got the essentials, your medications, important documents, a phone charger, a change of clothes, and some snacks, especially helpful if your luggage gets delayed or you're stuck during a layover. Also, be sure to leave room in your suitcase for souvenirs. It's easy to forget that you'll probably want to bring a few things home, so save yourself the stress and don't pack to the brim. Avoid bringing full-size toiletries or appliances. Most countries have different voltage systems, and your straightener or electric toothbrush might not work, or worse, it could fry. Plus, full-size shampoo bottles just take up space and weight. Fun fact, one of the easiest ways to save space and keep clothes wrinkle-free? Roll them instead of folding, it really works. Let's talk about mental wellness while you're abroad, just as important as your packing list or passport. First, it's normal to experience adjustment challenges, even if you're excited about your program. Culture shock can feel like homesickness, fatigue, frustration, or just not feeling like yourself. That's okay. One great way to cope is to create a simple routine, regular meals, daily walks, journaling, or scheduled check-ins with someone back home can help you feel grounded. Stay in touch with friends and family, but also build connections in your host community. Striking that balance takes practice but is worth it. Remember, you're not alone. If you're struggling, reach out to your program staff or PSU. Asking for help is okay. Tip: keep a photo album of good days, moments, places, people, and meals that made you happy. Looking back can boost your mood when things feel tough.
Managing your money abroad is all about planning ahead and staying flexible. Notify your bank, set a travel alert with your bank and credit card company before departure so your accounts aren't frozen due to international charges. Bring at least 2 cards. Carry a debit card for ATMs and a credit card for purchases. Keep them in separate places in case one is lost or stolen. Small cash is key. Bring some US dollars and plan to withdraw local currency from an ATM at the airport or upon arrival. Avoid airport currency exchange counters, bad rates and high fees. Use ATMs for better exchange rates, but watch for international transaction fees. Ask your bank if they have partner banks abroad to minimize charges. Budgeting apps help you track and split costs. Wise, great for transferring money and paying in local currency. Revolut offers multi-currency accounts and budgeting tools. Splitwise, split shared expenses with roommates or travel buddies. Z, check up-to-date currency conversion rates before making a big purchase. Pro tip, set a weekly budget, and don't forget to include one-time costs like SIM cards or transit passes when you first arrive. Fun fact, in many European countries, cash is still king, especially in smaller towns, cafes, or street markets. Some spots don't even accept cards. Staying connected while abroad is important, both for safety and convenience. First, consider getting an international plan from your carrier, or using a local SIM or eSIM like Airalo. It can save you a lot on data and calls. WhatsApp is a great go-to for free calls and texts over Wi-Fi, and it's widely used internationally. Also, back up any important contacts offline, just in case your phone gets lost or the battery dies. And here's a quick tip. Turn off data roaming unless you know your plan covers it. Unexpected fees can add up fast. Before you head abroad, one of the most important things you can do is learn a few key phrases in the local language. Even if you're not fluent, knowing how to say things like, hello, thank you, and please, can go a long way in making a positive impression. There are some great tools to help you with this. Apps like Duolingo and Tandem are fantastic for learning new words and phrases in a fun and interactive way. Google Translate is also a lifesaver, especially when you find yourself in a pinch and need quick translations. But language isn't the only thing to consider. Cultural norms and customs are just as important. Take some time to learn about local traditions, like tipping etiquette or how people typically greet each other. These small details can help you avoid misunderstandings and show respect for the culture you're immersed in. And here's a fun fact: in some cultures, smiling might not be seen as a friendly gesture. It can even come off as suspicious. It's a good reminder that not all nonverbal communication translates the same way across cultures. So, take the time to prepare. The more you know about the language and local customs, the smoother your experience abroad will be. Your first day abroad can feel like a whirlwind, but a little preparation goes a long way. As soon as you land, you'll go through customs and immigration, so be ready to show your passport, visa, if applicable, and housing information. Having everything easily accessible, printed and digital, will help things go more smoothly. It's also important to know the address of where you're staying. Immigration officers often ask for this, and not having it handy can slow you down or raise red flags. Remember to stay calm, polite, and friendly. Immigration agents are just doing their job. Answer questions clearly and confidently. Pro tip: keep digital and printed copies of key documents, including your passport, visa, program details, and arrival instructions. If your phone dies or gets lost, you'll be glad you have a backup. When you live abroad, you may find that shared housing norms can vary depending on where you're staying. It's really important to communicate clearly with your housemates to ensure everyone is on the same page. Whether it's about cleaning schedules, shared spaces, or quiet hours, open communication can help avoid misunderstandings. For laundry, you might encounter homes without dryers. This is common in many countries, so it's a good idea to get used to using drying racks instead. It's a simple adjustment, and soon enough, you'll get the hang of it. It's also totally normal to experience homesickness when you're living away from home. Remember, you're not alone in feeling this way. Stay in touch with your friends and your PSU community to help ease any feelings of loneliness. Regular calls, chats, or even sending care packages can be a great way to stay connected. And here's a tip: if you're feeling like there's tension with your housemates, consider leaving a kind note or giving a small gift. It's a thoughtful gesture that can help smooth over any conflicts and build a stronger relationship with the people you're living with. Small acts of kindness can make a huge difference in creating a peaceful and welcoming living environment. Is your passport valid for at least 6 months past your return date? Have you looked into visa requirements for your destination? Some countries take time to process applications. Do you know when and how you'll book your flight? Make sure you're aware of any program deadlines or arrival windows. Have you explored your options for phone and data plans, like international plans, SIM cards, or eSIMs? And have you started a packing list yet? It's never too early to get organized. If you need help or have questions at any point, feel free to reach out via email at edabroad@pdx.edu or visit vikingsabroad.pdx.edu. You can also give us a call at 5037254095. If you leave a voicemail, please be sure to include your PSU ID and email address. Thank you for joining, and have a great day.